This time yesterday afternoon, I was panicking. I went home and told Sarah that I had a sermon written, but it just had no life. It was just dead as could be. I wasn't excited about it. I didn't like it. I didn't want to present it. It was just awful. I just had nothing. Now, the truth is that not that I didn't have anything. This is my sermon ideas folder. Every page in that sermon folder has like 10 or 12 ideas on it. I've got lots of things to say, just nothing I was really excited about. Nothing that I thought would be life-changing or helpful to anybody. It's just a bunch of facts. I just kind of felt meh about the whole thing. Do you know that feeling? You work really hard, you try and get things done, but whatever. You try to get motivation to go do the things you should do. Whatever. You try hard and you think, this will be great. Whatever. For some people, it's this time of year. January, February are hard on people because it's usually dark and cold and you're stuck inside. That's not my problem. My problem actually is I think I'm trying to do too many things and I'm not doing them well enough. My problem is different. Still ends up in the same spot where you kind of are like, you know. So I thought, why don't we look at that? In fact, the lesson I was working on earlier that had no life actually relates to this. So this week, we're going to spend a little time talking about balance in our lives. We're going to talk a little bit about figuring out when you're in trouble. We're going to figure out what to do about it. The sermon is called Finding Balance for an Unbalanced Life. Figuring out when we're in trouble and what to do about it. I think both of those sides are really important. We've got to know when we're in trouble. Lots of times I'm in trouble and I just keep pushing. I don't care. I don't stop. I don't listen. That's not good. We got to know when we're in trouble and then we got to know what to do about it. And fortunately, the God who created us tells us what we ought to be doing. He gives us a rhythm for our lives, one that Jesus lived all the time, and that's what we're going to point out on Sunday. You may even know about this rhythm of life. The question is, are you doing it? Finding balance for an unbalanced life, figuring out when we're in trouble and what to do about it. This is going to be a really practical lesson. This is a lesson I could invite everybody from my hockey team to come and listen to, and they would enjoy it. I think it's going to be scriptural, it's going to be practical, it's going to be useful, it would be helpful to anyone. Invite your friends. They will really benefit. In our Bible study, we are still in 2 Kings. We are in chapters 9 through 11. We're going to summarize a bunch of stuff in there. There's a lot of fighting for power, and there's a lot of people being killed and things and blah. Yeah, it's just a mess. So we're not going to read all the mess. If you'd like to go ahead and read it yourself and have the background, that'd be great. 2 Kings 9, chapters 9 through 11. We're going to summarize it. We're going to look at some bad examples. We're going to look at some people who acted extremely good, who did some really important things. We're going to focus on them, but we're going to talk about what happens when people are only focused on power. That is at our 10 o'clock Bible study. I'd like to remind you, too, that this weekend is our annual general meeting. That is a legal requirement of the government. If you're a charitable, you've got to present a budget and have it voted on by the members each and every year, so that happens this Sunday. To make that more fun, we're going to have a hot potluck, so please remember that. Bring enough food for your family and one other so we can invite people to stay. And as well, we're going to use some of that time to review the past year and think about some of the things that happened. I think so often we're focused about the future that we forget to think about what has happened in the past. And this year brought some really interesting and good things, and so we're going to talk a little bit about that during our lunch meeting as well. So, AGM on Sunday, hot potluck. What's not to like? We'll see you there.